Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford and Sarah Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, I want to give a shout out to, of course, drone enthusiasts everywhere. Gosh, you know, too many channels to name right here, but you guys all know who you are. I'm proud to be a part of that group. And then, of course, as always, a shout out to my friends at the Drone Seekers. So today we're back out at the Snake River. One of the things the other day when we had the Mavic 2 and the Fimi X8 SE out here, I had wished that I brought the Hubsan Zino with me so that we could look at the video quality of it too and compare it. So that's what we're going to do today. I've got a couple of batteries with me and we're going to fly around and you know, just check out how much they've improved the video on this little drone and how well it flies. And yeah, Sarah's going to give me a hand and we're all good. So I'm going to do a quick compass calibration and we'll get it in the air and we'll go from there. Okay guys, we did a quick compass calibration and we're ready to fly, so yeah, I'm just going to launch this baby. We're going to do a hand launch and hand catch today. The Zino, because it's got this big easy spot to hang on to it, makes it easy for that. So I'm going to go ahead and start video first so I don't forget to do that like I did the other day. So we've started video and we're going to put it in the air here. I'm going to stand back so you can get a good view of it taking off. Okay, here we go. That's one thing that's pretty cool about the Zino, is it's that simple to launch it, you know. Precision landing that they added to it is kind of cool, but because it's so easy to hand launch and hand catch, you know, I don't even know if it's that necessary. But anyway, let's quit fooling around. Let's get it in the air here. So we're going straight up. I've got the settings on Imperial, so you know, you'll be able to look at the speed just like we did with those other drones, the other two drones. Gosh, I'm trying to get in the shade here so I can see the FPV. It's really tough, guys. You guys in the Spanish drone seekers know exactly what I'm talking about, because it's when you're in the bright sun, it can be so hard to see what you're looking at. So I'm going to drop the gimbal here a little bit so that you know, the famous rule of thirds when you're filming, it's a little more then. Let's go full stick forward. Yep, and we're going out over the Snake River Canyon or Snake River Gorge, whatever you want to call it. Looks like, shoot, we're up to 18 miles an hour, not bad. We got a little 19 miles an hour. Look at that. I think, well, that's about the fastest I think I've ever had this thing go, and I didn't even know it would go that fast, but that's pretty good. So what I want you to take a look at here is obviously the difference between what we saw the other day with the Mavic 2 and the Fimi X8, you know, the video quality. I just am so impressed with what Hubsan has done with the camera on this thing. It's better than I ever thought it could be. And by the way, I have the controller facing away from the drone right now, and we've got a solid connection. That's pretty darn good. Well, as soon as I say that, we got a couple stutters on FPV, but like I said, I've got because I'm trying to shade the thing, I've got the controller faced is exactly the opposite direction. So I saw this little thing the other day, and I wanted to explore that. So we're going to fly over the top of whatever this is. Somebody's made a little something in the ground there, and I don't know if that's old or new, but I gotta be honest with you, I never noticed it before until it was flying here the other day. Let's fly over the top of it and see what it is. Yeah, boy, FPV is tough, so I have to turn and face the drone, and I can't really see. I'm having a tough time seeing the FPV here. I just need something to shade it. Yeah, you can tell there that I didn't turn off notifications. I always forget to do that. So that's an arrow. What's it say there? I love mom or something? I don't know. Let's look and see what that says. Yeah, that's what it says. Yeah. Well, if you were looking for some important message or something, I hate to disappoint you. Let's get a little more altitude. Maybe I can get Sarah to give me a hand, although she's walked off where to the other end here. But to help me shade this controller so I can see. But anyway, I saw that the other day and thought you guys would be as interested in it as I am. I don't know what that sign means. I don't know what that arrow means. But for sure we saw I love mom there. So who knows? Maybe it was somebody's Mother's Day surprise. So we're going to go full stick forward and back out over the canyon again. We're at 59% battery. Yeah, so Sarah's helping me shade here. It's helping a lot. You know, what I thought to do, and we didn't do it, and I think it might have been helpful, is to bring an umbrella, a parasol, and if you've got a partner with you, to kind of shade it on bright sunny days like this. You're always jealous of the DJI guys that have those crystal sky monitors and the ability to that have the really bright monitors, and I understand those. And what's the new controller that DJI just came out with? The Pro controller, I think it's called. Super Pro, something like that. I understand that the monitor on it is really, really phenomenal. That you can see in really bright sunlight. They say it really makes a difference. So there's that part of the river that we saw the little riffles there that we saw the jet boat go through the other day. I never get tired of flying on this part of the river. Let's see if we can drop some altitude here. So I'm taking it down. We're still full stick forward, although I need to face the other way now because of pardon me, the drone is on the other side of us. Sorry guys, sometimes I get focused two directions at once and I stumble over what I'm trying to say. But now that I've turned around and the drone is on the other side of me, I can shade the FPV screen just with my body so I can actually see it. But I appreciated Sarah's help there with helping me shade it when I was faced the other day. We're down to 38% battery. Let's just do, I'm not going to risk it. We're quite a ways out there, about 2,500 feet. Let's do a return to home, and let's see how straight the Zino flies. And it's rising in height right now. That's cool, man. It's going up to its, I can't remember if I have this thing set at 50 or 60 meters is its default return to home height. So yeah, as soon as it hit its height, it turned around, doing exactly what you would want it to do. And it's heading straight back for us. And I'm telling you guys, I'm looking at this and it's looking pretty darn straight. I mean, I know I was a big complainer about the crabbing, about this drone flying crooked, particularly in automated flight modes, but boy, I am looking at it. Just looks like it's coming right back to us here, so that's good. Although again, I'm looking at the FPV screen, so I may not be able to see it completely. Yeah, now that I look at it, it is a little bit off here. If you look at that where the trails are there, they're off to the right of the screen. And if it was flying dead straight, that ought to be in the center. But in this case, where we're this high up, that really isn't, it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, that was a little bit off. And by the way, the other thing that could be affecting it here is we've got a really good breeze going here today. And it came up quite a bit here. We're down to 30% battery. Now that we've got it closer in, I'm going to cancel return to home. Yeah, and it's giving me the warning that the battery's only at 30%. Let's fly around out here. This is the spot I was telling you where they sprayed the cheat grass the other day, but the reason I kind of wanted to take a picture of what you're seeing here is because it's not often that you're going to see this part of the country so green. All this green vegetation will die out here pretty quick, and we'll be back to where it's pretty gray and kind of brown out here, but it has its own beauty, as I think we could probably all agree. We'll flip it around here. Boy, it's weird. I'm at full throttle and I'm not seeing the battery. Yeah, there it's dropping a little bit. Yeah, aircraft has been forced into RTH, so that's cool. That's good. We're going to, and it's ascending in height and coming back to us. So we'll get another shot at seeing how straight it is here. So I'm looking at the how long we've been recording, and it's about 11.5 minutes, which doesn't seem like much, but I want you to understand that I was at full throttle most of that time. So when you're flying using that much juice, I think you're going to have an expectation of less battery life. And the other thing is that when I was flying it out to the northwest, we were flying against the wind, so I'm sure that was pushing those motors pretty hard. Although, as you guys have seen, we've had a real solid connection here, and I haven't. I think what's interesting is that I have not. I lost my train of thought there. I was focusing on the drone here and lost my train of thought of what I was talking about. Oh yeah, what I was going to say was, sorry about that, guys. I'm old. There were several times that I was actually facing directly away from the drone. So I just think that's interesting. So we're going to cancel RTH here as it comes down. And by the way, you can with this drone now override RTH at any time with the sticks, which has been a problem for some people. So that have had issues with the drone coming down someplace that they didn't want it to. So let's raise that camera back up. And I'm going to do a, I'm going to bring it in closer here so you can see the hand catch. And we got some wind here that makes this a little more difficult. So I think Sarah recorded that too, and hopefully we got it on the Canon camera here as well. You just basically, it's got such a big spot to grab it. You grab it and you just pull that left stick down. It's just that simple. I think that's awesome with this drone. And while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to shut off video. One thing to remember on the Zino, and I know I say this every time, but it's important, if you don't shut off video at the end there, you'll end up with a corrupted file and you'll lose it. So I've got another battery here. Let's throw that in real quick while we're out here, and we're gonna try maybe some of the intelligent flight modes. Okay, so I did the hot swap like Al Duran has shown us on some of his videos, where I just shut off the drone, slip a new battery in it, and it's trying to connect right now. We're connected. It's switched to photo mode, weak GPS signal, although it'll get that back pretty fast. So you have to do that again. So when you hot swap the battery, remember, and it just takes just a second. And okay, so we're bound, so we're ready to take off again. So there again, I'm going to put the drone then in my left hand, the controller in my right, and I just use my thumb to hit that takeoff button. And you know, you want to make sure that you hold the drone well out from you, and you know, obviously make sure you're well clear of the props, and then just hit the button. And the secret is just let the drone let it take off from your hand. You know, don't try and throw it in the air. When you feel the drone lift off out of your hand, then you can let go. So anyway, we're recording again. Let's take a look at some flight modes here. Maybe try something cool. Let's do an orbit. I'm gonna get some altitude. So we're going to do the transmitter as the center. I'm going to back it off here. That's pretty good. And then we'll drop the gimbal down here a little bit. And if I can I'll get Sarah to stand here with me and be part of the shot. And we're going to go. We are going to execute immediately. And we're going to speed it up so it goes pretty quick. So it's circling us, and look at that. We got a hawk. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I wish I could identify, but we've got a couple of birds that are looking it over, man. They are wondering, a couple of raptors. I think they're too small to be eagles. They're hawks of some kind, but boy, they are definitely, well, they're more interested in each other. Then there's another one above it. This is what this is known for, is the birds of prey. I wish I could have pictures of that as well. But honestly, they're not paying any attention to the drone. They're doing their own business out there. You know, you hear stories of people's drones getting attacked by birds, but and we're right in the middle of raptor territory here. And yeah, no, they're not even looking at it. Not even anything they're interested in. So, yeah, it's doing a pretty good job. So in the past, when you had just a little bit of a breeze, the Hubsan would struggle. So I'm going to stop it right there. So we stopped and it paused, and we're still recording. I'm going to back it up, and we'll do just a little bit of a reveal. So that kind of gives you a good picture of the overlook that Sarah and I are standing at. And you look at those canyon walls, and that's where a lot of these birds nest. And there's, out here on these, on the plains out here, there's a lot of little critters. Of course, rabbits, you would expect rabbits, right? But there's little squirrels that they call whistle pigs that these raptors feed on. So okay, we're gonna hold right there, and let's I'm gonna go back into intelligent flight modes and creative video. I wish that they would update creative video here, but really all we have is the panorama shot. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I think this is a good place to do it. 360. Yeah, we're just gonna hit go. It's gonna go clockwise here. And this will kind of give you an idea. First, it'll give you an idea of the quality of video with the Hubsan Zino. And we're shooting in 4K 30 frames per second. And it will also give you an idea of how well that 3-axis gimbal works. Yeah, and I don't know. It looks to me like I lost FPV here, so. Or it's kind of frozen on me. So while the signal is still there, yeah, I don't know. So it stopped recording. Yeah, I don't know if it's still turning or not, but it did stop recording. So I don't think it did a full 360. Maybe that's just me. So I'm going to start recording again. Oh, I got a call coming in, dang it. Decline. I should have set do not disturb. I always forget to do that. So we're going to go back in and we're going to try that again and a panorama shot. We're going to tell it to do a 360 and go. You know what? Maybe it just completed the shot. I don't know. I've got it going pretty fast here. You know, I had what looked to me like a little breakup in the FPV, so maybe that's what I saw. But it sure didn't seem like it ran for very long, so I don't know. Anyway, we're doing good now. And as soon as it stops, it will stop recording. I hear a boat down there again too, so we'll when we get done with this panorama, we'll see if we can find him. Yeah, panorama shot exited and gave us that message. So I don't know what happened there before. Okay, we're back in. Sorry about that, guys. I always forget to put on Do Not Disturb, and that's a lesson. So I'll probably leave that in the video for you guys to see. So I'm going to spin around here. Yeah, we're at 69% battery here, so we're pretty good. Let me see if I can spot that boat. It's really hard for me to see on FPV. I could hear him, but I couldn't see him, guys. So we'll let it get down here a ways, and then we'll cancel so that we can do a hand catch. Get that gimbal the rest of the way up. We'll bring her in here. Fortunately, the wind has kind of died down a little bit. So there again, really easy. This is probably a little bit too low, but you grab it from the side, and you can see it was rising on me there then. So I grabbed it and it tried to take off, but it's so simple. You just pull the left stick down, cuts the motors, and you're good. And you got such a good grip here. There's a couple of indents here. It's really easy to grab a hold. So I don't know, this is the best hand launch, hand catch drone there is out there right now. So at any rate, we'll do a quick conclusion here, and Sarah will help me get everything packed up, and I'll shut it down, and then we'll do a conclusion. All right. Okay, guys. Man, we had a fun flight today. This little Hubsan Zino continues to impress me, and it's just you'll take a look at the quality of the video footage on this, and it's amazing how much Hubsan has improved that. You know, we tried a couple of flight modes out. I showed you how the hand launch and hand catch works with this product. It really is an easy way. It makes this drone handy because it makes it easy to deploy and easy to return back to you. And that, if you fly drones, you know what I'm talking about there. The easier it is to get it up in the air, then the easier it is to get it back down, the better off you are. I think we saw some pretty good footage there. I apologize, there were times that, you know, because it's such bright sunlight out here, and all of you can relate to that, sometimes it's just next to impossible to see the FPV. And I'll see if I can get Sarah in here. She helped me out quite a bit by holding the, she kind of held a towel over the top of the of my FPV screen, my phone, so I could see what was going on. Thank you, Sarah. And yeah, so that, I guess that's about all there is to say here. I hope you enjoy this video. This is Marcus Crawford and Sarah Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And gosh, if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'd really appreciate that. And more than that, we really appreciate them looking at these videos, don't we, Sarah?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's good. Thank you, and we'll see you on the next one. Nice job, honey.
I was going to say have a great day, but
You can.
okay.
Come back, say have a great day.
No, it's okay.
Okay. Hear you. I understand. We saw that the other day. He's up a couple thousand feet. Hey, we're still recording. Thank you for watching.